You're now listening to the Z-Listers podcast with Brady, Neil, and AJP.
Starting early, I see. Making me mad.
Oh, you want me to stay silent. That's what you want, huh? You little punk. Has that in the bottom left of the camera screen, has that volume meter always been there? It has, hasn't it?
How every week do you find something new to point out on the camera? Hey,
oh shit, you got a little tripod.
Hey, it's counting up in minutes. Does that mean it's recording? Oh, hey, in the bottom, it's counting down in minutes. Does that mean how much time is left on the card? Oh, there's a blinking red dot. Does that mean recording? What does that little square with the arrow? Does that mean... You know something? It's been brought to my attention by multiple people
that I'm immature.
That you're a sex monster.
Sex pest.
People listen to our podcast and they're like, Brady is a sex maniac. Multiple people have said that to me.
Really?
Yes, and I'm like, that's just the guy.
I don't like that, but it's not far from the truth.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah. Fucking... Yeah, it's the internet, man. It's ruined me. It's made me just think about sex all the time.
Well, maybe you need to get off the... Put your phone down.
I don't have my phone.
I'm saying in your life. What's your screen time at? What's your daily screen time?
Sheesh. Screen time. This week, it's down 25%.
Mm-hmm.
We're at 2 hours, 39 minutes.
That's actually low.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm embarrassed to bring up mine.
I mean, the thing is, I can't be on my phone most of the day, when I'm at work.
That's true. And when I'm at work, I'm always on my phone pretty much.
And you drive for a job.
That's not true. Not always. I'm not always driving.
But when you are driving, you're definitely on your phone.
That's not true,
That doesn't stop you.
That's not true, Brady.
And speed limits are mere suggestions.
That is true. But being on my phone when I drive, of course not. I'm down 23% from last week. Daily average, 5 hours and 4 minutes.
Yikes. Dude, you'll be talking to me on the phone, looking at a meme that I sent you, and driving.
No, if you send me something, I pull over.
No.
Always.
You're just saying that so your company doesn't get mad at you.
They're not going to get... There's nothing to get mad about because I'm a very safe driver.
Sure.
I throw my phone in the back seat when I drive, dude.
Yeah, okay.
I don't like the way you're looking at me, Brady Neal.
Anyway.
Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. My name is AJP. Next to me is my co-host, Brady Neal, giving you the eyes, the middle finger.
Fuck you all. I'm sorry.
That's not very nice.
That's a terrible way to start. I just want to be controversial, and I hear it's good for views and listens.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Want to start over?
I didn't mean it. Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast. I'm Brady Neal, and yes, this is not how I normally talk. That's AJ. On with it.
How you doing?
Nah, it's a bad intro. Welcome to the Z-Listers podcast.
What if we do an episode where it's just practicing the intro? 1 hour of just trying to nail the intro. We look good. I don't know what's going on today. We look good.
We do look good.
Right?
And I think we should celebrate that by getting food after this.
I can't.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay, good. I'm very busy. Before we get into things,
sure.
I've been meaning to bring this up.
Okay.
Stitcher is gone. Stitcher went out of business.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I've been meaning to say, because we actually did get not a lot, maybe 100, 200 listens.
Yeah.
Stitcher's gone.
Oh.
So if you used to listen on Stitcher, you got to figure out something else.
You're probably not listening anymore because your life has
I got an email one day and it said, we're closing down. I was like,
that's kind of crazy.
And it was just
they were big.
Peace.
Did they get sold to anybody?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Their whole thing was they would compress the file so that people could download it. Basically, they would make it an MP3 that, from my understanding. I love that you could say from my understanding, and it's just you could just say anything you want after that.
Spout off bullshit.
But I think that they were compressing the file to make it really small so people can download it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't taking up a lot of room or bandwidth.
Yeah.
So I don't know, though. They're out of business.
Rest in peace, Stitcher. And now all podcast episodes from here on out will be 6 gigabytes per.
The videos actually are around 6 gig.
Oh, wow.
The final.
Nice. Yeah. See, I'm fucking good at guessing.
This guy, guessing numbers, this guy is good. We were talking earlier, and I said, guess how many Wendy's there were? And you said 7,300, and there's 7,000.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I'm the fucking kid. I'm the calculus kid.
You definitely.
But I can't do any math. I'm good at guessing things. Like, you and I oftentimes will talk about celebrities, and you'll be like, guess how old so-and-so is.
Yeah.
And oftentimes I'll be dead on, if not, like, pretty close.
You do get pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a little hidden talent of mine.
How old do you think Mariah Carey is?
Mariah Carey.
Let me double check this, because I looked last night because there was a video of her sister, and they were like, "Oh, look how rough she looks." But, and her sister looked really old, so I was like, "Oh, I wonder how old Mariah Carey is."
I'm gonna say she's 46.
54.
Wow.
Right?
Okay.
I was shocked by that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mariah Carey.
Damn. So she blew up in like the mid 90s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
30 years ago.
30 years ago. Okay,
24?
that makes sense. Yeah.
Ish. What were you gonna say? You thought she got famous later?
No, I was just gonna say, like, if she's 54 now, like, how old was she when she blew up? But I guess that was 30 years ago, and I don't like to think about that. But would you still? Yeah.
I would raise Nick Cannon's kids. Are you kidding me? Like they're my own.
Oh my god, that's crazy to say. I don't know what's she looking like nowadays. Oh wow! Like I open up my phone.
Oh my god, this guy is insane.
That's the
first. All he did was open his phone,
Should
and
I show the camera?
No, please don't show the camera.
I can't.
No, you can't.
Demonetized.
No, I'll just have to do work. Please,
I just scroll.
Dude, what app is that?
That's Instagram, buddy.
How is that legal? That's insane, dude.
Oh god, I love the internet.
Wow, you need therapy. You need a rehabilitation center. You need a jitterbug. That's what type of phone you need. That's crazy, dude.
I just went to look up Mariah Carey. She's wearing a white shirt. I tried to zoom in to see if I can. I don't know. I just don't really love her vibe. Like, she seems like she'd be, people always say that she's like, and this is just what I hear. This is just allegations.
In the circles that you run in?
Yeah.
What are they, in the Brady Neal sphere, what are they saying about Mariah Carey?
They just say she's like, just like not a nice lady. She's like.
You know what I heard recently?
What?
And again, this is all just, internet speculation, that Steve Martin's like really hard to work with.
Really?
And he's like not a great guy.
I could
and
see
again,
that.
I can't. But
I could see it in the same way that like Bill Murray is supposed to be a jerk. It's like he's very talented and he's funny, but he's like a bit of a curmudgeon.
For me, it makes sense when you look at Bill Murray.
Yeah.
But like with Steve, what's his name?
He's so kind,
Steve Martin?
and grandfatherly.
Yeah,
looking.
I don't know. It's just I don't know.
Yeah,
I want to be Chevy Chase. Not like I want to trade places with him.
Yeah.
But just like that's
have his career path.
No. Just be on that level. Like, oh yeah, he's great in that one thing, but he's a fucking jerk off.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing pretty good working towards that.
Inevitably, that will be what you are. Like once you achieve greatness. Yeah, like people are gonna be like,
it's got to be hard. It's got to be
an
hard not to
asshole.
be a nice guy. Like you see videos of Post Malone and stuff.
Yeah,
and he's like so sweet and he's nice and he's like funny.
Yeah.
He did a podcast with Joe Rogan like 3 hours and he's just laughing. He brings up the imposter from Among Us and Joe Rogan's like, what? And like he's just like a silly, fun guy and just seems grateful for his fame. But like he's definitely the anomaly there. Like when you're like that and like he's huge.
Yeah,
like you think Drake could like be like a good guy? Not that he's not a good guy. I'm just saying he has a plane. They gifted him a plane.
Yeah.
They're like, here, it has your name on it and your whole brand. Here's a plane. Use it whenever.
It is very weird to me. Like if you're at that level of fame and success, or fame and riches or whatever, like
why is your sleeve rolled up?
Trying to show off the guns. You already have everything.
Yeah.
Why can't you just be chill and be nice,
Yeah.
I feel like I'd be walking on a cloud every day. Like, You remember that song?
No, you would abuse the power and try to get free food.
Oh.
Not like that. You would
I didn't know
definitely-
where you were going.
No, you would walk into like your favorite ice cream places and you would just be like, "This is me," and show them like Wikipedia or something.
I mean, I wouldn't need to because I would own my favorite ice cream place. I don't want to say it because I don't want people going there.
Would you buy it just so you can get free stuff?
Yeah. It would go out of business because I should not be running any sort of business.
Especially an ice cream place.
Dude, imagine me getting rich and I just spend all my money on ice cream and they have to make a new show called My 1,500-Pound Life.
They have to up the number.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
I'd live
wow.
on a barge.
You would need a barge to get around.
Yeah.
You ever see that show? And the one guy, the doctor on that show, he's just like so mean to the fat people. You know the guy I'm talking about?
I mean, that's what they need. I think I've seen it, maybe.
Yeah.
That's
That
what
guy's
they
funny.
need.
I don't know what the doctor's name is, but he's funny as shit. I'm not looking it up. I don't give a shit.
Doctor.
Conversational dam.
Make something funny there.
Back at it. Yeah, just you're that. And then also too, like famous and rich people are always so busy.
Yeah.
Why can't you just stop and be chill?
Yeah, well,
You
I
know?
mean, with that kind of lazy fucking millennial mindset, you'll never make a dime.
I know, but like you just get rich and just why not just play video games all day?
Yeah, that's
And-
what I would do.
Right?
I'd make like $5 million. I'd be like, you know what? Acting's
million?
cool.
That's pretty low.
Yeah, okay. I'd make $12 billion. That's too high.
That's too high.
I'd make somewhere in between there, and then I'd be like, you know what? Acting's fun, but I want to play Halo.
The average home price in New Jersey is $487,000.
Okay.
So maybe $5 million you could be good.
Yeah. By the way, I don't like Halo. I was just reaching for a random game. I don't fucking like Halo. And
I think you'd
that
get
might be
bored.
controversial. Fuck Halo.
Do you think you'd get bored?
If
If you won the lottery
yeah.
and you could just do any, like, let's say after tax, you get $100 million tomorrow.
Mhm.
Would you get bored?
No possible way.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely not.
Me either.
I'll tell you what. If you win the Mega Millions and you get bored, write me into your will and fucking kill yourself. What are you doing? What are you doing? Anything
my
you can
God.
think of, you can go do it.
Yeah.
So if you're still bored, fuck you, kill yourself. That's what I think.
Also, I told you about those like Reddit stories with the Minecraft parkour that I watch on
Yeah.
TikTok, right? There was one, and I like to imagine that half of them are made up because like people just want like points on Reddit, probably.
It's way
right?
more.
What, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, the stories entertain me. But there was one, and it was like, I won the lottery, and it doesn't ruin your life. You just have to like be smart, and like I lied to my family and all this. I just say I have like a high-paying job.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like you gotta really already be fucked up for the lottery to ruin your lilife.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
I feel like a lot of times I'm just pulling this completely out of my ass.
Uh-huh. How much? Okay, you do. Do
I
some,
feel like when you hear about people's lives being ruined from the lottery, it's like pure like white trash, completely broke people who win it.
Mm-hmm.
And so they already have, and by the way, I'm not saying, I'm not being classist here. I'm not much higher than white trash. I am better than you. If you're white trash, I am better than you. Let's be clear, but not by much. But I'm saying they
fired up
they already have bad habits and shit.
Sure.
And they've
But
already
that's not necessarily exclusive to white trash.
That's true.
But the people that play the lot, I think playing the lottery is sort of a bad habit.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well, okay, maybe you're on to something. I'm going to piggyback and like amend my thing a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The types of people who inevitably win the lottery are the types of people who play the lottery
every day.
Which have you seen that sorted broken bunch?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
not pretty. No offense, but if you play the lottery, you're probably a little fucked up.
There was a meme and it said me running late to work and it said the guy in front of me buying lottery tickets and it was Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell, yeah, I saw it.
So over here I did 250 times 365. That's 91,250.
What is that? 250.
$250 a day on food.
Okay.
So if you want to just go out and let's say like you and your girlfriend, right, or me and Danielle, we go out to eat every day, and like a real expensive place, like real expensive for like
Sure.
where we would go
Sure.
would be $250 for both of us.
Mhm.
I don't think we've ever been to a place that's been close to that, but I overestimated. So $91,000 just on food.
Is that per person? Or?
That's total.
Okay.
Total.
Gotcha.
Right? Because like I would love, like, you know, it adds up. You know. Side note, remember I told you I was like a regular at this place by my house?
Yeah.
I get the same thing.
Yeah.
So I called up the other day, and it was a new person.
Yeah.
And I ordered my thing, and they like questioned me. They were like, "Oh, it's not called that. Do you want this?" And I was like, "No, I always order it like this."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh, okay." And then they were like, "And anything else?" And I said, "And order a curly fries." And then they were like, "Is this Mr. Adam?" And I said, "Yeah." And then they said, "I've heard about this order." And I was like, "Fuck yes!" They talk about me,
That's
dude.
so
they
funny.
know it because. I'd imagine the one thing. I don't want to say the one thing I get because you'll be able to find the place because
Right.
it's like has a name that's like
Right.
you know, you could
Okay.
just it would be like saying like you get what I mean.
Mhm.
And so I'd imagine that's like a common thing they sell there, right?
Mhm.
But adding the curly fries to it
Yeah.
is like specific to me. And it was a new person and they fucking knew, dude, that made me feel so good. I've been wanting to be a regular at a place my entire life, and now I am, and it feels so goddamn good. And they
Now-
call me Mr. Adam, and I love it.
Let me ask. That's a great story. Let me ask you something. And I know you can't be too specific, but you said that the guy was like a little unsure of what you wanted because like you're ordering it by what it's not called.
Yeah.
At this point, you know what it's called.
That's the thing, yes.
Why can't you call it what it's called? Is
No,
this
no, no, no,
another
no.
Glance Clam thing?
No. This is not on me.
Okay.
This is on them.
Okay.
Because, again, I don't
Be
want to...
vague.
Yeah.
Help us out here.
It's like you say one thing. It would be like going, like, can I get, like, calling Chipotle and being like, can I get chicken with brown rice?
Yeah.
Chicken what? Bowl, burrito?
Right.
It's like that.
Yeah.
So I would say one thing and they were like, well, do you want this or that?
Right.
But the other two people, I think it's a husband and wife, but they know what I want when I call. But I guess this was, you know, a new guy or something. But yeah,
Okay.
Dude,
cool.
I was so happy about
That's
it.
really cool. So let's get back to your calculation.
Yeah, so if you won $100 million, 90 and you put that, you know, you could put that in some type of account to make 10% a year, right? So you're getting a fucking $10 million a year,
Yeah, that adds up.
right? And you could just live off the interest for your whole life.
Yeah.
So $91,000 just on food,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, $100 million easy. Even if you won $5 million,
Mm-hmm.
interest on that would be what, $500,000? 10%? 10% of 5 million's 500,000?
I don't know.
Right? It sounds right.
I didn't come here to do math.
It sounds right. So 1/5 of, like, if you live off the interest, 1/5 of that just splurging on food.
Yeah.
And 250 is high.
Right.
You know, there might be a night where, you know, me and Danielle just want Chipotle or just want fucking Taco Bell.
Yeah.
But just being able to go order food, just not. That's like, you know, like Steve Jobs used to wear the one outfit just to simplify.
Sure.
I would love to not have to think about preparing food.
Yeah.
Because you still have to think about what you want to eat, whether you're cooking or going out.
Yeah.
So, you know what I
I'll
mean?
say this though. So your example is sort of like you're basically saying you could treat yourself to a nice meal every single day of the year.
Yes.
And still practically have spent nothing of your
1/5 of the interest of all my money.
right. But the thing is, I don't know if I'd want to go out to eat every single night because
Okay.
to say nothing of like the health thing, like not to be like a little pussy, but you know, like they put so much butter and shit in like restaurant food. It's not the greatest to go out to eat every night, but also just like the time. I don't want to sit down and look
Well,
at a
then-
menu and wait for the fucking food
Well,
every
then
day.
consider DoorDash too.
Yeah.
Because I actually deleted the app, dude, because I saw there was like, I don't know what I was doing, but I think I was going to like add a new card or whatever. And
Yeah.
There was somewhere in there that I saw like how much I spent. I canceled my order and I deleted the app and my account.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck this. I was like,
Oh,
I can't
wow.
do that. And it wasn't anything crazy, but it was like, why am I doing this? Especially when I would see the places that I'd order from
Yeah.
in relation to where my house is. I'm like, if my house was taller, my
Yeah.
apartment was taller, I could fucking see the places I was ordering from. So I'm like, I gotta stop this, man. Just because I don't want to leave the house.
It's funny and it's like shocking to hear you say that because you used to kind of like jokingly brag about like how much you would spend on DoorDash, you're like, I don't care.
Yeah, but
You
then
know?
it's like
It's
when you-
nothing to me.
when you see the number, it's like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck. But $5 million, you could, yeah, you could definitely live. What? Yeah, I just want to make sure that math is right. It sounds right. What's 10% of 5 mil?
0.5 million, idiot.
Yeah, $500,000.
Yeah.
That's, dude. Now let me see. What's the average? What's the average income in New Jersey?
39,000. Oh, that's sad.
Household is 85.
Okay.
So 500,000. It's like 6 times. So we just see $5 million. How do we get $5 million? New podcast. Fuck the Z-listers. Anything else we've talked about up until this 61 episodes. How do we get $5 million each? That's the plan.
It's funny because I was thinking about it and I was like, that's crazy. You just like it sits in the bank, it does nothing, and you can live like a king for the rest of your life.
I would, yeah, sorry.
The tricky part is we just need to get
the $5 million.
Yeah, we just need to get that.
That's
and then
the hardest
we're
part.
fine.
And I
Will
think
somebody give us $5 million?
I think, well, you'd have to work for one more year because you would need that initial year.
Mhm.
And I don't really know how it works because I think if you take out the interest, like if, let's say you put it in, and I know nothing about investing. This is why I don't do it.
What?
But fuck you. It took me a second, you jerk. If it's invested, can you just take it out? Is there penalties? You pay,
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't want to do anything too risky because I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
I want to just put it in like a CD. Those are guaranteed.
Fucking.
But I don't know if you could get a CD that guarantees 10%.
Who are you kidding, dude? You'd be splurging on curly fries like
Oh,
there's
that's-
no tomorrow.
Dude,
You'd waste it all.
I would definitely spend money on like some like shit that's like,
Shit,
you know what I would do? I would go to restaurants that I really like and ask them how much to buy a booth, but only for me to ever sit there.
Yeah.
Like anytime I want to come in.
They put like a velvet
Yeah,
rope
yeah, yeah.
across it. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. No, you can't sit there. That's
Yeah.
Mr. Poland's table.
Yeah. Dude, that's what I want. And dude, God help them if I find out that someone sat in that seat. Oh my God.
Put a hit out on them.
Not dude.
By the restaurant and fire them.
Yeah. Dude, I think about that all the time, like buying a company like that I've worked at,
Yeah.
just to fire everybody.
Yeah.
Just be such a dick and be like, you're fired. When you're the boss, when you're the boss, can you really like, there's no one above you, so who can they complain to? If you buy a company and then you're mean to the people and you fire them,
Yeah.
what are they going to do?
True.
You know?
I mean, yeah, how does that work? Because like I think with a company that's like a publicly traded company, and maybe private companies too, I don't know. There's like a board of investors.
Mm-hmm.
So like
You could have
theoretically,
a board with a private company.
okay, so theoretically you would have to answer to them. But what if you just buy them?
Yeah. And then also too, like there's some companies have boards, but I'm like, why do you have a board?
Yeah.
But I don't know
I
anything.
just-
Now,
I think it's for that very reason. So one person doesn't have unilateral authority to,
to do
like
what I want to do.
harass people and
Not harass them. I
don't
just
know.
want to
I'm just saying. I think I know you.
just want to shove them around a little.
Oh
Let
God.
Let me ask you this. Now, let's say you win the lottery, however much, like it's significant, like
Mhm.
you quit your job,
Mhm.
and you build up like some wealth. Would you pass it on to your kids?
Absolutely.
See, I've been thinking about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might do the Bill Gates thing. Figure it out
What
on
does
your
he
own.
do? What a
Yeah.
I don't like that. I hate it when people are like I get you don't want to spoil your kids and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But it's like,
yeah, but like, were you in the garage making computers?
okay,
Were you here like my kids, right? Like you're not here setting all this up. And I know like physically they can't be because they don't exist yet.
yeah.
But it's like
okay, but with like the lottery example, it's like, oh, were
yeah.
you at Wawa fucking scratching off Mega Millions?
Yeah, but see, it's more than that because like you're going to work every day. You're stopping at Wawa every day,
Yeah.
playing the lottery, and it's just like you're working hard and you're spending your money on the lottery.
Yeah,
But it's like, I'll pay for your college, but
yeah.
I don't know. But that might change. I mean, when you have, maybe Bill Gates has like no like connection with his kids. Maybe his relationship.
Maybe they fucking hate him because he's worth like hundreds of billions of dollars and he won't give them a cent.
Maybe,
I fucking would.
Maybe it's because like before I got Suki, if you said like, would you jump in front of a train to save your pet? I'd be like, fuck that. No, dude, I would kill myself if Suki could live like another 5 minutes, dude.
Oh,
look at this.
That's fucking precious.
Check this out. Here's a little Suki update.
Oh,
She sits on the back of my chair when I edit a podcast, and she just helps me edit.
Sooks.
One day I'm going to bring her in and bring her on the podcast.
Please.
She climbs up the back of my chair, bro, and she watches me edit the podcast.
How long have you had her? I still haven't met her.
April 30th, I got her.
Oh my god.
Dude, I love her so much. She's so
Suki.
sweet.
And I love that she's, brought this out in you.
She's my baby.
Oh.
I pick her up every day when I come home from work, and I squeeze her, and then usually she tries to get away. But yesterday I picked her up and I laid down and I put her on my chest. And I do that all the time, and she'll usually lay there for a couple minutes and run away. Dude, yesterday she laid there for half an hour. We fell asleep.
Oh.
It was so much fun.
I love her.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe when I have kids, I'll be like, no, everything. I will eat ramen noodles every day so that they can have my $5 million or however much.
Right.
But right now, it's mine.
I just feel like there's a way to I think you could spoil, maybe this is arrogant of me, but I think I could find a way to spoil the shit out of my kids, but also make sure they're decent human beings. And it is like a fucking tightrope act. It is a tricky line to toe or whatever. Yeah. But I think there's ways to do it.
Yeah. I'm sure that
maybe don't give them every fucking thing every 2 seconds. Like, don't give them a fucking debit card with $1 million on it.
Yeah.
But like, if my kid wants an obstacle course in the backyard, you're getting a fucking obstacle course, you little American ninja.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's too more so the parents. Because like, if the parents are shitty people, the kid's just going to be by default.
That's true.
Because how many people do you know that weren't spoiled as a kid, or maybe even grew up like poor as a kid that turned out to be really good people?
Yeah.
Right? So it might be possible.
That's a good point. Like, if
we're two young men that don't have kids, we don't know what the hell we're talking about.
If I'm off on my like catamaran sailing the Amalfi Coast and, making love to like an entire ballet troupe, like, my kids are going to turn out shit. So,
yeah, that's
you make
true.
a good point.
Very true.
What do you dream of?
What do I dream of? What do you mean?
Like,
okay. Ask the question, and then I think I have an answer.
Like
realistically?
Realistically, and then let's go unrealistically. What do you want to do with your life? And if you reach some like form of like major success, what do you want to do with that success?
Okay, I think about this a lot.
And keep it legal. Don't say anything.
You're the one that just talked about owning a ballet troupe.
I didn't say I own them. I said
it was implied.
I said they'd be on my catamaran, and obviously they're going to want to fuck me because I'm rich.
It was implied that none of them can swim. That's why you took them on a boat.
They've spent their whole lives learning how to dance ballet, but they never learned how to swim.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That is pretty crazy.
Wow.
But you kind of started it, so I don't feel like
you brought it up.
But again, I never said I own them. You're the one who made it sinister.
You could have said, "Oh, if I spent all my time golfing or playing or working out, my kids were..."
but as you said before we started the podcast, like, I'm a sex maniac. I want to fuck the ballerists, ballet dancers, ballerinas.
Dude, you fucked that up so bad. I forgot what it was called. Balletist sounds like, is that no?
I want to fuck a bunch of Instagram models on my catamaran on the Amalfi Coast. But
you just lowered the bar. You went from like talented like dancers.
Okay.
Ballet.
I don't give a fuck about that type of talent. No. I want the talent that the Instagram models have.
I'm sending this to your girlfriend.
Please don't. Hey, baby, if you're watching this, I love you. And this is only if I'm filthy rich. And I'll, of course, let you hook up with whatever actors you want. We talk about that like kind of a lot, her and I.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about her like, she has a thing for Jake Gyllenhaal, so I'm like, okay, you can sleep with Jake Gyllenhaal, but I get to sleep with
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah. Well, no, I fucking love him. Yeah, like, easily I would.
Yeah.
So Jake, hit me up, baby. But I don't want to own women. That's grotesque. Anyway, your dreams, real and imaginary.
So I talk about this with Vinny because we both make music, And it's like, actually, this podcast will have come out after, but I have a show coming up on Saturday.
You sure
Podcast comes out on Sunday. And like I've spent a lot of money like putting into this show to like produce it so I could like film it and get a good video of my show because I don't have like a high quality recording of any of my performances.
Mm-hmm.
And like I know that's like the music thing is like something that I do that like requires it to be like public. But like people that have like private hobbies and stuff, like I love that. And I feel like not enough people have something that they like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I think about it too. I'm like, okay, like how long realistically am I going to like, here's the thing. I don't feel like I try to make music. I feel like I do it. You know what I mean? Like, of course, like who am I? This podcast gets no views. Even my music doesn't get that many streams. But like, if I wanted to like do a tour or book a show, like, of course, I'm not going to be playing like Madison Square Garden or like arenas, but it is possible to play like these small places, right? And a lot of like money and time and resources go into that. But I think like realistically, like obviously want a house, but I think what my goal would be is to have like the best of whatever, even if my house isn't crazy. So for example, right, like Speed Queen is like the top of the top washer and dryer. And I know that's so fucking stupid, but I have a point here.
I've never heard of that before.
It's like one step below commercial.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Okay.
And they're super simple. They're like built like old washing machines.
Okay.
So like there's no computers in them. They're not singing songs when they're done. Right? But they're like they're kind of expensive. You can go to like Best Buy or PC Richard and Son and get like a $300 washer and like a $300 dryer.
Right.
But these are like probably $2,000. I don't know if you're looking like each.
Yeah.
So I think like my realistic goal would be to just have like a regular house. I would love to have a basement and have like all those 1-Up arcade machines.
Yeah.
Or like a couple of those. Have like a game room.
Yeah.
We talked about this, but like have decorations for like every holiday. Make my house like real cozy. You know, just something, have a yard, maybe a pool. I think about having a pool, but like it's a lot of maintenance. I don't want to have to deal with that.
Yeah.
But then like on the other end, like the unrealistic goal, but I have like places all over the country.
You send me listings all the time.
I search Zillow all the time. And sometimes and for some reason, it feels more like if I'm being like realistic with my Zillow searches, I'll set it to like 500,000 max, right? And I'm just like, damn, like you'll see like the Zestimate for what your monthly payments would be. And it's like, it'll be like $5,200 a month. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. But then when I set the filter even higher, like $1 million, $2 million house, and it's like 23,000 a month, I'm like, I could swing that. Like if I'm like balling out of control, I could swing that.
Yeah.
For some reason, like the bigger, the more expensive houses seem more obtainable. I don't know why, but I don't know.
Mental illness.
Mental illness for sure. 100% mental illness. 100%.
Delusion.
Yeah, that too. But no, I just would want like, I don't need like a crazy big house, but I would want it to be like also super customized to me. Like I feel like people don't do that anymore because they're worried about like resale.
Yeah.
They're like knocking down walls, painting everything gray.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. I want like murals on the wall and shit. Like I want it cool.
I love that.
I'd
love to have...
what are your dreams and goals, Brady?
Thanks, man. Well, I already told you about the ballerinas.
Your real goals, Brady.
I would love to have, when we're rich and famous... I'll tell you my real goals in a second. But when we're rich and famous, I'd love to have like a beautiful sort of like Spanish tile mural of your face.
No.
Actually, you and me.
Okay.
That'd be cute.
I like that.
And
have you seen Barry?
Yeah.
Okay, we would be like Cristobal and NoHo Hank.
Cristobal. I think I haven't seen all of it, but I think I know Cristobal.
Okay.
Anyway, my wife and I actually just started watching that. She's never seen it before.
Oh, good. Well, when you get there and you get to the part where NoHo Hank and Cristobal are a thing, that's us.
Anyway, realistic goals.
Spoiler. Sorry.
Yeah. Realistic goals, I don't have any.
Come on, you can't ask me a question like that and I pour out my soul.
Sorry, you're more ambitious than me. 27, I still don't really know what I'm doing with my life. Just kind of here. Having an all right time, I'll say that. I don't want it to sound like I'm going to off myself, but...
well, everybody's 2 years younger because of the pandemic.
Right. I'm just kind of existing at this point. Podcast is fun. I love my lady a lot.
I think about this a lot too. Like this, the music thing, like, I know a lot of people that made music and then quit because they didn't get to where they want to be, or it's just like, it is like, if you're doing it as like a hobby, or you're doing it like, and you're not seeing any income, it is expensive. A lot of gear, studio time. If you can record at home, that's like a major bonus because you're not paying for a studio. Once you finish the song, promotion, then you got to try to get at the studio here, I fucking painted the ceiling.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how to fucking paint. I had like a sprayer. I was all suited up and shit. I'm like spraying and shit. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But like, I'm like putting in a lot of time, and like, then I'm like filming it too. So now I got to know how to use the camera and shit. So it's like, there's a lot when you're doing it by yourself, and it can be overwhelming. With this podcast, like, I wouldn't want to do it by myself.
Yeah.
So like, thank you for just being as mentally ill as me and just doing it every week for nobody to listen to.
Yeah.
But this is fun. It's like something we have,
I agree. And like, you can't deny, like, I'm such a big help setting up and stuff, and I mean, this shit, like all the stuff, the lights and the backdrop and shit didn't just come out of thin air. Like, somebody had to pay for that.
Somebody did.
So shout out to both of us. But yeah, man, I love doing this with you, and
no, it's a great
just
time.
have such a fun time talking shit with you, talking about
this is a great
crazy stuff.
This is a perfect segue.
Oh no,
because I go through these cycles with my music, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like, I'll make something, I'll put it out, and time will go by, and I'll be like, I don't like it, I'll take it down.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it back up, and I'm like, oh, it doesn't represent me. But then I'm like, no, it represents me during this certain time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I struggle with this, right? And
like a fly in here.
oh, is there?
Yeah.
You all right?
It's a little baby fly. It's okay. I'm not allergic.
Good. So, and then what I'll do to try to like combat that is I'll listen to other music, like new stuff. Like, I don't really listen to new stuff just because I don't.
Yeah.
But I'm not against it, but it's like I rarely find new stuff I like. But every Friday I'll go on Apple Music, new releases, and I'll listen to like, a couple new albums. And a lot of it is just like, I'm like, it's fine. But then you scroll down and you'll see like copyright, like Atlantic Records, and I'm like, this is what's getting signed? Like, it's like some of it's just like not good, or it's just like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But I've never done that with podcasting, right? And a lot of times, and I'll because you're involved, and like, you obviously wouldn't like it or wouldn't agree. Like, I would never do this. But there's definitely some episodes where I'm like, maybe we should take that down.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, I was talking about that? Like, that's crazy, you know? But it's like, it's whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I told you I went back and listened to our first episode.
Yeah.
It's horrible. And maybe this one's horrible too, but I feel like we've gotten better.
Yeah.
But, and I feel like it's different because we're not just performing for each other anymore because of audio. We're performing for the camera too. So I'm actually like conscious of like, my body,
right?
Whereas before we were just talking,
right?
But so last week I had a long drive, like an 8-hour drive. So I went on the Apple Podcast app. I went to like the charts. I went to comedy. I went to new and noteworthy. I listened to 7 podcasts.
Wow.
One episode of 7 different podcasts.
Uh-huh.
These are not small podcasts.
Yeah.
These were you have to be somewhat notable to get on the new and noteworthy or like the charts of the Apple Podcast. These are podcasts from people with hundreds of thousands of followers.
Yeah.
These social media stars, these big famous people.
Yeah.
Podcasts that have staff, right? And I'm listening to these and I'm like, this is fucking garbage. There's one podcast from a guy who is really famous. I don't know how many followers he has.
Say the name.
No. He was on
Logan Paul?
No. He was really big on Vine.
Okay.
He does a podcast with another person, and I see his clips going viral all the time. I went onto YouTube. I clicked on it. I wanted to see like what their set was like because I've only seen clips. And I click on it, a random like recent episode. I skip ahead to a random part. Dude, they were talking about it. They were talking about if people fuck people's balls. I was like, there's no way that this is like a real thing. Like, I'm talking hundreds of thousands of subscribers. This podcast had thousands and thousands of views on YouTube, which means it has even more audio because just by default podcast, that's another thing. People see podcasts and they're like, oh, they have no views. The audio numbers are always bigger just because of what a podcast is.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like a song. If a song or like if a song has whatever amount of views on Spotify, you got to double that because that's what it has on Apple Music.
Right.
Because it's just about 50-50.
Right.
But I couldn't believe they were saying, "Oh, you know how like people titty fuck? I wonder if they ever do that with balls." And I'm like, "There's no way this has thousands and thousands of views." So I just felt like incredible about this because we have some episodes like where we're a little bit, sailing the doldrums.
Well,
like last week, I thought we were a little bit down, but today we're doing good.
I was just gonna say it's really funny. It seems like you're acting a little sanctimonious. Like that's what they talk about. We talk about crazy stupid shit all the time. I've talked about the way that I take shits no less than 5 times.
Oh, no. I'm not saying like we're like better than them. I'm not being like holier than, whatever. But I'm just saying like this, like they're doing the same shit. And then some of them are just terrible.
Yeah.
Some of them sound like fucking they're recorded outside on their balcony. Dude.
Like 2 kids with cans of soup and strings between them.
Honestly. And I'm talking people with like, I'm going to look. I'm not going to say any names, but I just want to see how many followers this person has. Because I was listening to their podcast, and actually, I lied. I did listen to 7 podcasts. One I couldn't even finish. That's how bad it was.
I want to know which
I'll tell
one
you off air. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
1.3 million followers on Instagram. So you could take that number and make a list of everybody that has 1.3 million followers. This person has a podcast. God awful. Bro. And I didn't skip anything because I also wanted to see like what their format was.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And there's some people that like you would think that necessarily aren't podcasters, but they got into podcasting.
Yeah.
Like these professional people in entertainment, and their podcast sucks. I was like, that's crazy. And I'm not saying like, oh, we deserve that spot because again, we talk about the worst shit ever.
Yeah.
But, we have an episode called Wiping 101. Right?
Yeah.
But, so that just made me feel really good about what we're doing and what's going on here.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
And I just get in my head too much. I need an external force because I love you to death. But sometimes when I ask your opinion, you're so fucking bland.
Yeah.
And I'm better off just asking a brick wall what they think. And that's
Hey, right here beyond us.
Yeah. Hey, what do you think about I asked you something before about some lights and you're like, yeah, that should work. And I'm like, oh, give me a better reaction.
Well, sometimes it's just like, oh, what else do you want me to say?
I don't know. Maybe listen to the words and
AJ,
process and give me your opinion.
If you put lights right here, it would make your face brighter than if there were no lights there.
I know, but what I'm saying is sometimes I just need like some outside opinions or I need to observe the landscape to see.
You want to see other people.
I need to do market research.
You
and
want
see.
an open relationship.
No, I'm just saying I want some input from, I want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Well,
on that note, have you checked our email?
No.
No? Dude, I really would love to do some email content, but you don't fucking check it.
I
don't know how
know.
to use a computer.
Do you even have a computer?
No.
You only use your phone?
Yeah.
Like to get on the internet every day, you're just on your phone?
Yeah.
You don't even have a laptop?
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah. One day when I finally go back to school, I'll get one.
Wow. By the time you go back
Any
to
day
school,
now.
you're going to not be allowed to.
What does that mean?
You're going to be too old.
They don't have an age limit.
They're gonna make one.
By the time I go back to school, they're gonna pass some radical legislation. You can't go back to school if you're older than 65.
Wow. They might. You never know.
You never know the way this country's going.
I don't want to end this, but I got to piss and I can't hold it.
Oh,
Can we pause?
Will you just pee in my mouth?
We got to pause. All you got to do is lean over. It's still right there.
I can't get it now.
When I was in our little break, I saw a meme and it was a picture of Hobo Johnson. You know who that is?
Yeah.
And it was like this guy.
Peach scones?
This guy showed up and made a bunch of like "Where's My Hug" type of music and left. And I was like, that's so funny. That guy sucks.
Poor Hobo.
Yeah.
He made a song called, I think it was called Subaru Crosstrek. I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek.
Is that how it goes for real?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just bought a Subaru Crosstrek. I would have bought a Bentley, but I'm not quite there yet. I kind of liked him for a minute. Honestly, like, I hated him when he came out.
Cam.
Cam.
I hit the light.
This girl that I used to work with, I think was, like, really into him. Mm-hmm. And she's the one with the Outside podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
And I don't know why. I just thought I didn't like his whole thing.
Yeah,
and then,
I'm not a fan of his vibe.
Later on, I gave him a listen, and I was like, you know what? He's got some all right stuff. But in case, I don't know. Just like, I want to be a fence sitter, flip flopper. I also don't like him. Just in the future, edit this whichever which way. If something happens, just edit it so that
I don't even think he's around anymore.
I'm right. Yeah, I don't know where he
What
went.
happened to that guy?
Where did he come from? Where did he go? Where did he come from? Hobo Johnson.
Oh, wow.
How was your pee?
That was good. I needed that. So, don't...
Where's your I was just trying to find your leg. I found it.
Yeah, you did. So it's well documented on this podcast that your trip to... Where were you going? Colombia?
Sure.
Was canceled.
Sure.
I'm sorry that it happened again. Your trip to Spain got canceled.
Spain?
Yeah.
You and I?
No. I'll pull it up right here.
Spain.
Why didn't you tell me about this?
When did I say I was going to Spain?
This wasn't you?
Delta flight forced to turn around because of diarrhea.
There was a flight from Atlanta. Have you seen this?
I think so, yeah.
There was a flight from Atlanta to Spain.
Yeah.
And it had to turn around. It was going to Barcelona. It was forced to turn around because a passenger had diarrhea. So you think like, oh, okay, like, what? Were they sick? Oh, the TV's flickering and I'm pissed. You're like, oh, were they sick? Like, what happened, you know? There's actually audio from the pilot to, I guess, the control tower.
I love this.
I have no idea. Did you hear this?
No.
Okay, wait. I don't know why it's loading so slow. That's pissing me off. It's going to restart. Wait 1 second.
Negative. It's just a biohazard issue. We've had a passenger who had diarrhea all the way through the airplane, so they want us to come back to Atlanta.
Did he say all the way through the airplane?
Yes.
That's insane.
So there's actually a video. I'll blur it on the TV, but I'll show it to you.
What? Oh, I want to see it so bad. Will they be able to hear this on the
Yeah.
Okay, good.
The video that I'm going to show you of the incident is there's no sound because it's just somebody filming.
Will they be able to hear the super loud fucking sticky keys noise
No.
that your computer makes sometimes?
Shut up.
That's what you get when you buy Alienware.
Dude, look at... Wait.
Oh.
Look at it, dude. Wait, let's get it in HD. I don't know why it's not loading in HD.
Yeah, your computer's having problems.
Dude, look, it's all down the aisle.
Oh.
It's down the whole aisle. Were they just running around shitting? Dude, look at it all on the floor.
That's gnarly.
How crazy is that?
That is crazy.
Insane. Oh, there we go. Now it's
Oh
HD.
my
Now it
God.
loaded. Let's see. Come on, it just loaded. Now it's back.
Now it unloaded.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, it's gonna do like a little slow-mo action.
I'm guessing this is after the plane landed because there's no like passengers in the seats unless they're all just standing on one end of the plane.
Look.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so they tried to clean it with this like vanilla scented cleaner, and then people that were on the plane said it just smelled like vanilla shit. And then the grounds crew ripped out the whole carpet and put new carpet in.
Right on.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
That's insane.
That's fucking disgusting. And that poor person.
We should get them on the podcast.
We should
try to find them and get them on the podcast. Because if there's any podcast that they belong on, it's this one. But that's insane. Imagine it's so bad you turn a plane around.
Yeah.
I don't ever think I've had to go to the bathroom so bad I could have turned a plane around.
It's not even it's not just that people would be disgusted and like it would be so embarrassing for that reason, but then people would like legit hate you.
Oh yeah.
For like
ruined
ruining their fucking vacation.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That person's probably dead now. They probably killed themselves.
You think Big Delta took him out? Dude, that's insane. And that's the kind of stories I look for when I look for stuff for this podcast.
Honestly, just like shit in your pants at that point. Don't streak it around.
And
the
also,
plane.
what's wrong? How did you not get in the bathroom?
Yeah.
You could have diarrhea on a plane. Just keep it in the bathroom.
Well, I'm thinking they must have been like, okay, it's go time. I need to be on a toilet in the next 20 seconds.
You think they ran to the bathroom?
They went to the back bathroom, or whichever bathroom was closest, there were probably people in it, so they're like, fuck, I got to sprint to the other end of the plane.
But
and-
how does he? What kind of pants are you wearing that much gets out?
Yeah.
Are you wearing Jenko jeans? Like,
if you're wearing basketball shorts like me, like it's open season.
yeah,
you,
it's more
you're
than
changing the color of the carpet at that point.
Yeah, they're changing the carpet for you. And now who has to pay for that? Because there's obviously someone's paying for the new carpet.
Yeah.
You know,
I imagine that's just like a write-off for Delta, like
That-
biohazard person shit on our carpet. New carpet.
yeah, they got to pay for that. I don't know.
How much do you think it costs to recarpet an entire airplane?
At least $3,000.
You think so?
Yeah, for
I'd
sure.
say honestly even more.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel
I'd say at least.
that's
you know?
one of those things that's probably jacked up because it's like industrial,
Sure.
you know?
Yeah, but I don't know. Unless you're like, I don't know. It's like, unless there's like a medical thing, then I'll feel bad. You know, later on when the story comes out, they have
Yeah.
some rare disease and I look like an asshole, which I do every week on this show.
Yeah.
But like, you got to know you're about to get on a flight to Barcelona.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like dairy don't really love me, right? So I'm not going to eat fucking milk and cookies and then have 5 slices of pizza before I'm going to be sitting down in a metal tube in
They
the
could have
sky.
gotten food poisoning or something.
I guess, but like, stop eating. Stop eating at the Chili's to go. How about that?
As somebody who oftentimes when he travels gets like an upset stomach or worse.
What's worse? Was
well-
that you?
I'm really embarrassed. Apparently it's a thing. It's called traveler's diarrhea.
Really?
But yeah, you never heard of that?
No.
But
You're making that up right now?
I swear to God, I swear to God, Google it. But travel with some Pepto-Bismol
Yeah, and I don't know. You gotta.
or Imodium.
You should know what's gonna happen and when.
Yeah.
How much time you have.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
As a guy who's almost shit himself before, I agree.
You don't want to admit it.
Okay, if
wanna-
you're talking about that time at the clinic, I didn't fucking
Dude, I
shit
forgot
myself.
about that.
I didn't shit myself.
No, you shit.
No.
You shitted.
No, I did an SW and I was fine. Or
You had
maybe
a-
I wasn't. I don't remember.
No,
but
you weren't fine.
yeah.
Because
well,
you made me check.
it doesn't really. Oh, yeah, that's right. I asked if there was a brown spot. People are not listening anymore. But
That's why I brought this up towards the end of the podcast. I was like, if we're gonna talk about this plane shit, we're gonna have to.
real
you know.
ones, no. Yeah, no.
Wow.
I've
Did
never
we talk
shit my
about that on
pants.
the?
I'm sure we have.
You just had to do a security wipe before we started.
I know. I was farting a lot before we started.
Dude, that's crazy. You were sitting on the couch over there, and then you leaned back and lifted your legs up.
I
And
kind of
just-
did like a twerk on the wall.
That was crazy too. You were letting it rip before this show. Why do people like this? I don't know. My sister says it's her favorite podcast, so shout out to my sister.
That's very
She-
sweet.
she
Also,
watches-
how many podcasts do you listen to? There's so many better ones.
Yeah, listen to some more and then be the judge of what's your favorite. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm glad we brought that up because
Yeah.
that was important. What else? You asked me a question about my dreams. You didn't answer.
Well, I don't have any dreams.
how
I'm
about
a
for next
fucking
week?
Loser.
Dream a little and then come back.
Okay.
See, and this is why you asked. We did that whole thing where what's 2 famous people that are born on your birthday that you think you are?
Yeah.
Who was I? Drew Brees and who?
Stalin.
Drew Brees and who?
Kesha.
Martin Luther King. That's why I dream
that's
so
right.
much.
That's right. Yeah, no, I have dreams. They're all sexual.
Okay,
in
well,
nature.
keep them to yourself. This has been the Z
I'm
Listers
not gonna.
This has been the Z Listers podcast. He's going to tell me some very lewd things off air, and I'm not going to want to hear it. Thanks for listening. Episode 61. See you in the next one.
See you
Peace.
guys. Bye. Enjoy the new thumbnail.